Remember when seeing someone on TV actually meant something? Now, we've got news anchors losing their absolute minds over celebrity tweets like it's the Pentagon Papers. I'm watching grown adults in suits having meltdowns about TikTok drama while actual important stuff happens in the background. How did journalism turn into this beautiful disaster? Because, oh boy, do I have some thoughts about this train wreck? Look, I'm going to walk you through exactly how we got here, and it's going to hurt your brain. 3 things destroyed journalism as we knew it. The money vanished, your attention went somewhere else, and newsrooms became ghost towns. Trust me, by the end of this, you're going to be questioning everything you thought you knew about news.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Here's your first reality check. Digital ads now make up 72% of all advertising money in 2024, and they're heading to 80.4% by 2029. Traditional media companies, they're bleeding money, down 4.1% in ad revenue, while digital platforms are up 8.7%. You know what this means? Every dollar that used to pay for actual reporters investigating actual stories is now going to pay for those annoying ads that follow you around the internet, trying to sell you weird supplements. Picture this insanity. Your local news station is fighting over pocket change while Google and Meta are literally drowning in cash. Traditional TV advertising dropped 2.1% last year, while everyone's throwing money at influencers who think journalism is spelled with a G. The money didn't disappear. It just went to fund more videos of people dancing with their breakfast cereal. And somehow, this is supposed to keep democracy informed. But wait, it gets so much worse. Streaming just hit 44.8% of total TV time in May 2025, which means it officially beat regular TV for the first time ever. Your Netflix habit literally just killed appointment television. Streaming now accounts for 41.6% of all TV watching time, and that number keeps climbing like it's trying to reach the moon. You want to know what this really means? Your grandparents are basically the only people still watching the evening news. Everyone else is getting their breaking news from some 19-year-old on TikTok who thinks the Civil War happened in the 1960s. Americans streamed 21 million years worth of video in 2023 alone. 21 million years. That's longer than it took for humans to figure out fire, and we're spending it watching people react to other people reacting to news they got from a tweet. The evening news is dead, and we killed it with our smartphones and goldfish attention spans. Here comes the part that's going to make you depressed. Nearly 15,000 media jobs got axed in 2024 alone, with at least 3,875 people publicly announced as getting the boot from newspapers, TV stations, and digital media. That's up from 8,000 cuts in 2023. So yeah, it's getting worse, faster. The Los Angeles Times just laid off a quarter of their newsroom. A quarter. That's like firing every 4th person in your office and telling the remaining 3 to somehow do the work of 4 people while maintaining quality. From 1990 to now, newspaper jobs dropped by 74% after the Great Recession. 74%. Local news is basically extinct. These corporations bought up local papers, fired everyone, and now your city council could be planning to sell your public park to build a casino and nobody would know until the bulldozers show up. So what happens when you mix no money, no audience, and no staff? You get the absolute circus we're watching right now. When your entire business model depends on clicks instead of credibility, you stop asking, is this important? And start asking, will this make people mad enough to share it on Facebook? Suddenly, every minor celebrity disagreement becomes explosive feud rocks Hollywood, and every political sneeze gets 17 hot takes from people who weren't even in the room. You've got news anchors doing dramatic readings of tweets like they're performing Hamlet. Breaking news, local man disagrees with pineapple on pizza, more at 11. Meanwhile, actual important stuff gets 0 coverage because it doesn't generate enough angry comments. The whole system rewards making people furious, not making them informed. It's like paying doctors based on how many patients they can make sicker instead of healthier. Completely backwards. Let me explain this beautiful disaster step by step. Social media algorithms literally reward engagement above everything else, and nothing drives engagement like pure concentrated rage. You know what gets more clicks than a thoughtful piece about infrastructure policy? Politician absolutely destroys opponent in brutal takedown. The algorithm doesn't care if it's true, it only cares if it makes you click, share, and start keyboard fighting in the comment section. So now, editors are thinking like YouTubers trying to go viral. How can we make this school board meeting more dramatic? Can we add more controversy to this budget discussion? Pretty soon, you've got news anchors yelling at each other like they're on reality TV because screaming matches get better ratings than actual reporting. Here's the kicker. Media layoffs jumped 1,660% in January 2024 compared to the year before. When you're constantly worried about getting fired, you're not going to spend 6 months investigating corruption. You need viral content, and you need it yesterday. Quality journalism became a luxury nobody can afford. Want a perfect example of this madness? Remember when every major news outlet covered a Twitter beef between two celebrities like it was World War III? They had expert panels analyzing tweets, live updates, and probably a countdown clock. Meanwhile, actual investigative pieces that took months of real work get buried on page 17 where nobody sees them. Or look at local weather coverage. They're so desperate for content that a 20% chance of rain becomes storm watch, triple Doppler death alert 5,000. It used to just be might rain Tuesday. The Messenger launched with 300 journalists and died in under a year. 300 people. That's more staff than some entire cities have for their government. And they couldn't make it work because the economics are completely broken. The whole industry is running on hopes, dreams, and whatever venture capital they can convince to stick around. Here's why this actually matters beyond just laughing at ridiculous headlines. When journalism becomes indistinguishable from entertainment, people stop trusting any news at all. They can't tell the difference between actual reporting and manufactured drama because it all uses the same playbook now. Voters are making decisions based on whatever random stuff appeared on their phone feed instead of actual facts about candidates. Local governments operate with zero oversight because nobody's watching City Hall anymore. Corruption loves darkness, and we just turned off most of the lights. The really scary part? Lies spread faster than truth because they're designed to be more engaging. Real news is often boring and complicated. Misinformation can be simple and exciting. In a click-based economy, guess which one pays the bills? We built a system where lies literally make more money than truth. Alright, so how do we fix this mess? The solutions aren't sexy, but they work. Fund public media like we fund libraries, support local journalism through direct subscriptions, and create accountability systems that actually matter instead of just measuring clicks. Some places are trying subscription models where readers pay directly instead of chasing advertiser money. Revolutionary concept. When your customers are readers instead of advertisers, you can focus on serving readers. Who would have thought? We need different success metrics beyond just clicks and views. Track how well-informed people actually get, not just how angry they become. Support nonprofit journalism that doesn't need to generate profit from outrage. Maybe fund local news coverage like a public service instead of expecting it to turn a profit while serving democracy. It's not flashy, but boring solutions usually work better than exciting ones anyway. So there you have it. Traditional media became a clown show because we changed all the rules of the game and then acted shocked when they started playing like clowns. Money followed clicks, clicks followed outrage, and actual journalism got lost somewhere in between. If you enjoyed this about how we accidentally broke democracy's nervous system, smash that subscribe button.
Just do it!